Vivo City has many large open spaces, both inside and outside, which prevents people from feeling claustrophobic even while in the mall itself. As the building is very big, there is adequate retail space despite the many areas left empty. Also, the colours used for the interior are mostly green and beige, colours commonly found in the natural environment. The two basement levels boast not only shopping and dining areas, but also extensive car park space comprising of 1,388 parking lots. Vivo City has three main escalator lobbies, each leading from the second basement to the third floor. The escalators are not aligned and instead seem to crisscross each other when viewed from the top. There are large windows in the ceiling which allow sunlight to enter the building during the day. Green structures are placed directly below the light fixtures in the ceiling so that the artificial light is reflected back up to the ceiling instead of shining directly downwards. These are ways in which the lighting in Vivo City is made to look more natural. The artificial light also has a slight orange tint which gives a softer, more natural feel than the white light. As the design was inspired by nature and the harbourfront location, there are a lot of organic structures within the building as opposed to geometric shapes. The tops of the temporary stalls are made to look like leaves floating on the water. Also, the floor tiles transition from blue to beige, imitating the look of the beach. There is an amphitheatre on the third level, where small-scale performances and showcases can be held. Also, there's a huge open-air area on the same level. A covered walkway connects two of the three entrances to this area. The three entrances are located where the escalators are. On the third floor, there is a rooftop water feature which spans the area of 4 Olympic-sized pools. It is an area where not only children but people of all ages can spend some time to relax and unwind. One level down on the second floor, there is an open-air playground. While this is mainly a dry feature, there are also interactive water features here that make it more interesting for children. Both on the second and third floors, there are benches and shaded areas provided so that parents can sit down to watch over their kids as they run around. There are several cafes located on the second floor, which surround the open-air playground. These cafes have outdoor seating, which allows parents to enjoy a cup of coffee while still being able to keep an eye on their kids.
I think Vivo City looks really pretty from outside, but inside it's really confusing because of all the escalators and all the different floors. It's kind of hard to find your way around.
Vivo City has a very interesting design, having been inspired from nature as well as the actual location of the building itself. It is very unlike most other buildings in Singapore, and I personally feel that this is both a good and a bad thing. The interior of Vivo City is very harmonious, everything flows well, and while walking through, you are led through the entire building easily without having to make any abrupt turns. However, because of this, it is easy to lose track of where you've already been and how long you've been walking around. While this is good for the retail outlets, it gets frustrating after a while because you find it hard to find the place you're looking for. What I personally really like and find extremely interesting is the lighting as well as the floor tiles on the first level. As mentioned earlier, the light is reflected back up to the ceiling instead of shining directly downwards. This results in the light being not as harsh as well as being able to provide light for a larger area. Also, during the day, sunlight is the main source of light as it enters through the large windows in the ceiling. The floor tiles on the first floor resembles the beach. At the entrances, the floor tiles are blue. However, as you walk further into the mall, beige-coloured tiles are speckled amongst the blue until finally only beige tiles are used. This is very much like the beach, where the sea meets the land. I think this is the most fascinating and most obvious feature in Vivo City that was inspired by the harbourfront location.